Bonjour tout le monde, welcome to Weekday Wanderings in Paris. I'm Jackie. Today I'm with my children here, Sophie and Juliette. We are in the Parc Monceau, which is in the 8th arrondissement. It's on the other side of town from where we are, so it took us an easy trek to get here via Metro Line 2, and that gets us off at Metro Monceau. Okay, so I have one person online at the moment. I'm sure other people will join us. So let's see who we have. Oh, I can't recognise that face, so say hello if you're there. Oh, Judy's there. Hi Judy. So we are at the eastern corner of the park at the moment. So the park is a general oval shape. It's in the 8th arrondissement. It's at right on the boundary between the 8th and the 17th arrondissement. It's a very nice area, and there's some beautiful houses, and I'm going to show one of them to you now. So we have 5 people online at the moment, so welcome all. Okay, so this is one of the entranceways to the Parc Monceau. So this is the eastern entrance here via Rue Velasquez. Okay, so this park was built in the 1770s by the Comte de Chartres, or the Duc de Chartres, who was Philippe d'Orléans. Okay, so there are lots of beautiful houses in this area as well. And as you can see behind this rubbish truck, which arrived at the most inopportune moment, there are these beautiful big gates which encircle the park. So this park is semi-private. Most of it is owned by the city, but the people whose houses are in this closed-off area have 24-hour access. So this is one of the houses I wanted to show you. This is the Musée Sénéchoui, and I think I've pronounced that badly, but there it is. Parc Monceau, 8th arrondissement. That's it, Judy. Okay, so this is a lovely museum of Asian arts, and I went here a really long time ago. Can't remember, it must have been 12 years ago. It's free for the permanent exhibits, but it's €9 if you want to pay to see the temporary one. So it's very accessible, and it's open today, as you can see. So let's go back into the park here, Parc Monceau. Okay, so the date that they have here is 1861. It was reopened officially under Napoleon, the second one. Well, he's technically the third. Okay, but it was originally built in 1769 under the Duc de Chartres. Okay, let's go in. So the park was originally built, it wanted to be in a kind of a English garden style, which is very naturalistic looking, lots of trees, lots of windy pathways as such. But then when the gentleman decided he wanted to start building it, he thought he would just be a little bit different. Just a mention here, these are Willis fountains. They're typically green, you see them all around Paris and elsewhere. Of course, this is a modern touch to it now with COVID. You also have these soap dispensers, so you can wash your hands with some soap and water. Of course, it's also available for drinking.
Oh, I feel that I need to wash my hands.
Okay, you can wash your hands if you wish. Right, so back to this park.
Let's go over this.
So it is very naturalistic in the way that it's been planted up, which is a little bit of a contradiction, but anyway. But what they like to do is they like to spot interesting little things around it. So this is a relatively new one. So under the most recent developments in the 1800s, they did homage to a lot of famous writers. So you've got these monuments such as this all the way around. Before we go any further, I have to mention these houses here, and this one in particular. This is another museum. This is the, now I'm going to get this totally wrong, the Musée Nissim de Commando. Okay, so you access it actually out on the street on the other side. This was obviously one of these private homes as well. And the family the son of the family who lived here was, they were sent off to Auschwitz during World War II and they died, and so the people of the family donated it to the city as a museum. It was designed in the style of Marie Antoinette at the time, and so it's very lavish inside. Okay, so that's closed today, but it would be somewhere I'd like to go, and it's a €12 entry, so tomorrow it might be a nice place to go there. Right, so some of the other things around here which are really interesting, we're about to come up against one point here. So as you may or may not know, the French invented the Montgolfier, which is a hot air balloon. Well, at least they were the ones credited for it. Okay, so what happened here in 1797, somebody got up in a Montgolfier and they jumped out and with a parachute attached to them and landed safely. So this was on the 22nd of October 1797. So this happened right here, which is a bit of an historic moment. So it was the first descent on parachute in history. Well, credited anyway. Judy says the hair with the amber eyes was written around that story. Oh, really? That's good to know. Okay, so yeah, the other day we went to the Parc de la Villette, which was a very modern park, totally different from this, but they do have things in common. The main thing is the architect who designed this park, he wanted to introduce ideas of folly, and the folly were a big feature of the Parc de la Villette, and they are also a feature of this park here. Now this isn't such a folly as such, but it's kind of in the same sort of vein. This is a monument. This is actually a lantern. It's about 300 years old, this lantern, and it was dedicated, it's very difficult to read on here, but basically it was dedicated to the friendship of Paris and Tokyo. Okay. Some of the other follies that were originally put here and still remain is this Egyptian temple, which is not actually Egyptian, and it's, you know, it's done in the vein of an Egyptian pyramid. So this was done originally in the 1700s and it remains. There are several other items around the park which have been damaged or destroyed or removed, but some of them remain, such as this. So it's a little bit random, but basically what they wanted to do was create the world and points of interest that are completely random, but just things that you can discover as you wander around the park. Well, this park is 8 hectares, so it's a good size, but it's not huge. And it's, like I said, in a really lovely neighbourhood. So the sun's just coming out now. It's been very cloudy and overcast. Okay, I wanted to take you to show you a beautiful bridge here, and there's a couple who are having their wedding photos taken today, so we might see them as well. Susan McGregor's online. Hi Susan McGregor. It's a beautiful park. Yes, it is. It's beautiful and it's doable. That makes sense. it's small enough that you can get around without being absolutely exhausted. After our trip the other day to the La Villette, we got absolutely exhausted after that. Okay. Just a sec, I have to come back here because I've lost my children. There they are. This one's already fallen over this morning and we had to race off to the pharmacy to get some supplies for her. Right, here we go. So I want to thank you for your suggestions. A few people have suggested places we could have come today, and I take those all on board. So I'd be very keen to go back to Saint-Germain-des-Prés and to a market. With my children, as you can see, it's not easy to wrangle children and do video at the same time, so I will leave that to when school goes back, and school is going back in 2 days time, so it's going to, yes, 2 days, darling. Okay, so we've got a little grotto with a little fountain here, sorry, not a fountain, a waterfall, which is very pretty. And over here, the manege is open, yes. So we have a beautiful bridge here. Now this bridge, there was originally an Asian themed bridge here, but under, I believe this, under Houseman, Baron Houseman, they changed it to this one, which resembles the Rialto in Italy. We have some swings over here which are shut. Don't know if you remember, they have similar ones at the Luxembourg Gardens, which are very, very strange. They have a kiosk with yummy food and stuff, and they have a manege. Oh, Sophie's stuck. Now this is another one of the follies that were here originally. This is a view up the bridge there. It's very pretty. They put in a water lily pond. There's no water lilies at the moment, but they have this beautiful colonnade. So this was their representation of Greek or Roman, neoclassical in any case. Sorry, I'm trying to avoid pointing at other people. There we go. It's very pretty though, isn't it? Got the sun in this direction here, so that's not ideal. But it's a very pretty wee lake here. Okay. And let's head back this way. Past the manege. So as I said, back to school in two days time, so you've still got quite a number of kids running around enjoying the last few moments of their school holidays. And as well, we do also have quite a few tourists in town. Yeah, we can go on the manege, but not right now.
But then when we
finished. Juliet's worried the manege is going to close. Okay, so kiosk. Right, so this is the main entrance. This is by Parc Monceau. So the fence, this beautiful iron with gold fence that goes around the whole park, as you can see here, was put there in the 1800s. But it represents a wall that used to go along the street. So this street here is the boundary. This is the Boulevard Courcelles, I believe. Yes. So this was originally one of the walls of Paris at one stage. And this building here was originally made as an apartment for the Duc de Chartres. Now, of course, well, the Duc de Chartres actually was guillotined during the Terror, so he was no longer, well, obviously it was a long time ago anyway. So we've just exited the park, so we're just having a bit of a look at this building here. So later, the bottom story was used as a customs house. So they would collect taxes from there, and the top was the apartment that used to belong to the Duc de Chartres. And if we flick around here, we have a COVID testing station. There's Metro Monceau, line 2. Okay, so let's head back in the park again. Les filles, on va dans le parc. Allez-y. So they have lots of little winding paths, as you can see, but there is a main alley which runs all the way down the centre of the park, which is called the Allée de Comtesse de Ségur. And she was a writer back a couple of hundred years ago. And one of her famous works was the Les Malheurs de Sophie, or Sophie's Troubles. Okay. And so this alley that runs down the centre of the park is named in her honour. So you can see it's very busy here. We've got a whole lot of I don't know if they're mums or nannies or a kids group, but lots of pushchairs anyway. One of the cool things I found when I came here a little while ago, obviously it was during school times, there's a school which we will come upon soon, and as most schools in Paris are just simply buildings within a very urban setting, they don't have area for the children to play. But in this case, they had this entire park as their playground, which I think is pretty awesome. So they have an aire de jeu over in this general direction. Aire de jeu is like a playground. It's the French word for a playground. So that's obviously where my children will be wanting to go. I have a little sporting area over there for people to do activities. And there's a huge grassed area over here with more statues and little, secluded areas. So, like I said, it's not a huge park, but it's beautiful green space in the middle of the city. We have a rose garden over here. So, in terms of our next visit, let's have a chat about it. What I will aim to do is go to Saint-Germain-des-Prés, because there are a few, we did go there previously, but there are a few places I would like to go back to again and show you, so we can do that. However, I do have a date on Friday which I've already pre-organised, so I thought I might take you there instead, and that will be near Notre Dame. So Friday we will be near Notre Dame, and perhaps next week be Saint-Germain-des-Prés. So the playground's over there. Will you children be excited about that? Okay. So we've basically just traversed from one end of the park to the other. So as you can see, it's not a huge park. So Judy just popped up some information regarding the book The Hare and the Amber. The Ofrusi family lived in that beautiful house which is now the museum. Yes, and is that the family who died at Auschwitz? So, Allée de la Comtesse du Ségur. So this beautiful building here, I remember when I first saw it I thought, oh, that would be the most amazing house to live in. But the thing is, it's not a house, it's a school. This is the EIB, École Internationale de Monceau. I just got hit with a ball. So they will be starting up, getting ready for school to start in 2 days' time.
Okay. I knew that the ball was going to kick into us. I knew it.
Okay, someone's just said hi. Oh, it's Sally Davies. Hi, Sally Davies. How are you? So, Sally, I'm about to sign off, so sorry about that. Sorry you missed it, but of course you can always replay, can't you? So, yeah. So, here we are. The entrance to Parc Monceau. Okay, and now if we were to go in this general direction here, of course here I am here, that heads down towards the Arc de Triomphe. Okay, so yeah. So there we go. Thank you for joining me for that little walk around Parc Monceau. I hope you enjoyed it. And this will be the last visit you'll get from these two little girls. So little girls, say bye-bye. Okay, Juju, tu veux dire au revoir? Juliet's shy. So thank you again. We will see you Friday near Notre Dame. And next week we will go to Saint-Germain-des-Prés. So thank you again, and don't forget to, if you're not already a member of our community group, don't forget to join up, and don't forget to also share this with your friends, and these get popped up on Facebook, on YouTube, so you can share those around too if you like. So thanks again, we will see you later. Judy says, ciao les filles, merci mille fois Jackie. Merci, je vous en prie. Okay, we will see you again. Take care, bye.